what's good? It's your boy B here, aka Brian, aka Prince Vegeta Walter Hayden. If you don't know me, future FGC commentator here. Here we're about to talk about Mortal Kombat 11 under 3 weeks away. It's in the air, baby. You can taste it. You can taste it. Now, I'm going to tag as much people as I possibly can in this because I do want to be a voice. I do want to be a person in the NRS community. I love NRS. That's like my favorite series and franchise and business. So Mortal Kombat Injustice 2, I love all that stuff. So I want to support it wholeheartedly, and I'm going to cover it as much as I can, even though I'm a day late, $1 short. I ain't got the setup, as you can see, with the background on and stuff. As soon as I get the setup, your boy got you on the content. I promise you. Help me get the setup, I help you. You feel me? We're here to talk about a hot commodity, that thing that NRS low-key already hinted at before this article was even out. And that's the custom variations. So, for everything not ranked in tournament play, custom variations are allowed. But in ranked and tournament play, they're going to have preset builds. Now, I know what you're thinking. A lot of people are not fans of it. A lot of people want to see the creativity, and I agree. But also at the same time, I trust NRS. And the reason why I say that, I agree with NRS's whole spiel gimmick is like, basically you can play the MK characters that are in this game. You can play them how you want to play them, new or old. You know, add whatever move you want to them. You can basically customize them to your character. You can make your perfect Jax or your perfect Katana or Kung Lao or Liu Kang, whoever. You can make whoever you want to play as the best way of your ability. Because, I mean, hell, you can customize the intros, the outros, the end of the round celebrations, like fatality. Well, I don't know if you customize fatalities, but you can customize anything you want with these characters, which is a super dope, super neat feature. But it's like you're selling me on this, but then you're limiting me. It's almost like it's like taking a kid to like Disney World or something like that, and then giving him only a section of the rides to ride and stuff to do. Like, you only play in this corner, right here. That's it. Don't go nowhere else. Don't do nothing else. But it's like, but Mickey over there and Goofy over there and Incredibles over there. I can't go over there. Nah. You just stay in the section though, since you wanted to come to Disney World and you wanted to do all this. So it's kind of like heart tearing and stuff like that. But with the recent article, it said 2 at least variations. And before this article came out and before I watched this past Kombat cast, I was hoping that they put every move in a variation. Now, if that equals 3 variations, if that equals 4 variations, that equals 5 variations, I was okay with it. I want to see all the moves showcased. Especially how some people feel about Mortal Kombat being Injustice 3 and things of that nature. I can see that gripe. I see the complaints and all that stuff, and I understand that wholeheartedly. But I just don't want a character like Bane is Biohazard's Bane, which he's kind of trying to get into the some of the time. So, you know, vote for Biohazard if you want. I voted for Silver Eye, but that's neither here nor there. His Bane was a fun character to watch and play, and like I was a big fan of his Bane. But granted, certain matchups, it would literally be like him shooting in his foot and giving himself a disadvantage. So he had to switch to like a Harley per se. So I don't want to see the best Jax player in the world or the best, even though she has a variation where she can kind of get around that. I don't know if that's going to be in the preset. I don't want to see the best Jax or Jackie or Sub-Zero having to play Scorpion because the matchup is impossible. They can't get past the zoning barriers. You feel what I'm saying? I want to see the best characters represented, and I feel like that's what they should do with these variations. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're giving characters like new abilities and crazy abilities at that. That's what I'm saying. That's my whole gripe with this variation system. Make it to where every character, if you want to just even be basic, make it to where every character has like a zoning ability, and then like a rush down combo potential ability, and then like a movement ability. Say like someone's picking a zoning variation of Jade, even though all 3 variations kind of seem that way. say you give the Liu Kang teleport. You're like, alright, I can't get in with this variation of Liu Kang, but I'm gonna play the teleport one, and now I have a chance. Now she has to think twice about what she's doing and stuff like that. Because the best, when I played the stress test online, heavy, the best way to play MK is when I had to respect my opponent's move. I was playing Scorpion, and never, ever have I ever had to think about doing a teleport. I had to calculate when I did a teleport. But that's the beauty of the game, and the neutral in that game is that they knew I had a teleport, so they respected my teleport. So they weren't just zoning the zone and turn off their brain. They had to actually calculate and think about the decisions, and that ish was fun. That's what made it fun. But if I played like Baraka or something like that, it was literally I had to duck and walk. Like I had to. I felt like I was playing red light, green light against like Scarlet and stuff like that. Now, granted, you get a life lead, you can do what you want, but then Scarlet had a teleport, so it was like, damn, like you feel what I'm saying? So I want the custom variations to help every character. I want every character to be a threat and be like, yo, this character touches you, you're dead, or this character teleports on you, you're dead. Like, you have to respect every decision. You see what I'm saying? And again, I'm a scrub, so you know they're gonna just say get good. I understand that aspect too. I understand all aspects. That's the kind of beauty of the realm I'm in. I'm not really a casual, but I'm not really a competitive player just yet because I'm not good enough. So I can understand both perspectives. But the whole point I was making is in the article they said 2 at least, but if more if needed. So if they go with the 2 theory, things could get wild because I went back and I watched the Kombat cast from this past weekend, or this week. And I also have a prediction about this next Kombat cast. I think it's an easy prediction that everybody and their mama can get, but teach us know. So take Liu Kang, right? And then take some of the great Liu Kang players. Silver Eye, Ninja Killer. Liu Kang had 2 variations, and I think there's a reason. Even though they said it was for time, you know what I'm saying? You have all the time in the world to really showcase your game if you really wanted to. But for time constraints, you only showcase 2 variations. But then again, each variation for each character was godlike. Godlike. So Liu Kang, he had the Way of the Honor. First of all, great name for a variation. I hope some names are kind of cheeks, and some names are kind of fire. I think all these 3 characters had some fire names. In Way of the Honor, he had obviously his base default, but he gained a parry, he gained a fire buff, and then the fire buff, he gained a teleport. So say you play Way of the Honor, and say you playing against a Jade player. No offense, Jade players, because I like Jade. I think she's a great character. I just want to see more cool combos, essentially. I want to see like a pop-up. I feel like everybody should have at least like 1 or 2 pop-ups. And hopefully they're not all off of crushing blows. Because, you get it down to crushing blow. Everybody and their mama got that. I think she had one where she needs you in the gut and then a crushing blow. But I just want to see more combo potential. I want to see just dope stuff. You know what I'm saying? If I'm spending the offensive meter, especially if I got 2 of them, I want to see combos. I don't want to see me knock you all the way back just to zone you out again. Not every combo. You know what I'm saying? There's combos that do that. I'm okay with that. Just give it a balance. That's all life is about, the yin and the yang balance. So, yeah, the Way of the Honor, which, now you have to play. Liu Kang's already a crazy character as is. So the fact that he does all the damage and he can get a teleport off of that and a fire buff. So say if you don't even want the 50-50 off the teleport and you just get a fire buff so you do more damage, Liu Kang is going to be a problem. I like that. And then the other variation was Kang Tang, which is kind of funny, which is a command grab stance variation. And I think he gets a crushing blow if he does all 3. Essentially the same thing like Jackie Graves. So say like Ninja Killer, he's kind of not like a nut player in a bad way, but he goes in, he goes fast, he loves that movement. He shined in MKX's movement. So hell, this is probably his MKX variation, and he can scare you because he has a parry. And then if he fatal strikes if he parries your wake up, the safe wake up too with armor and supposed to set it back at neutral, he can crush and amplify it, and he can get a crushing blow and amplify it. I'm talking too fast. And do more damage. So say that's the Ninja Killer variation. But then if you have 2 variations and Silver Eye plays the other variation, and I know you've seen what Silver Eye's done with Misery Blade stance cancels. So imagine him with Liu Kang. Like, come on, son. And it's nunchucks. Like, Liu Kang looks good. I like the 2 variations that they showcased. So, you know, might as well keep it going, right? Kung Lao, same thing. They showed only 2 variations. Off top of my head, you know, Perfect Legend, and Foxy Grandpa, and then Scar, he played a little bit of hat trick. So if you look at Kung Lao's 2 variations, he had Leading Edge, where it's a Tempest around you. You know how obviously in Tempest he threw this the hat and it spun around him and he can run in freely and it's kind of like a barrier to protect him. But at this time it goes around you, so you can't really move. So I don't know. I mean, you can basically get a grab if you're just blocking and hoping that you don't get hit. But I mean, high lows, all that stuff, you can get hit into the hat and then comboed into the hat. Keep the combos going. Like, you have to respect that. And then there was a buzzsaw in the same variation. Like, he's kind of sick. So it was like, it was literally hat trick, Tempest, and buzzsaw in the same variation. And this is added stuff, not the default stuff. Then in another one, he had no quarrel. I think I butchered that. It's the same thing he said with Reptile and MKX in the story. He's like, Reptile, I don't have a quarrel with you. He's like, I'll tear your bones from your flesh. He's like, now I'll have a quarrel with you. It was hilarious. But he gained a Z hat where he can cancel it. And it's just basically, he does a Z and then it throws his hat in the Z. But he can cancel it and just do it for pressure. And then he has a stance where it's the Great Kung Lao. Like, a lot of stances too, by the way. I've noticed that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everybody and their mama might play Lending Edge. I was gonna say leading. Maybe it is Leading Edge. It is Leading Edge. I'm sorry, I can't read my handwriting. But then again, there's some tricky things you can do with no quarrel. Like, you can cancel into a stance, and then you got all these mix-ups from the stance, and it's still Kung Lao, and he gets like if he does a double dive kick, which Kung Lao players will do. I'm looking at you, Grim. Looking at you. He gets a crushing blow off of that. Like, the 2 variations so far seem really good for a lot of characters, and we're not done yet because there was one more character. My homie, my character, the boy Jax, and then Tyrant, which is actually fitting because he's in this some of the time. So the fact that they gave Jax, they gave him a gimmick in his base default, and the gimmick is the arms. It's kind of like Kilgore from Killer Instinct. When the arms get hot, he just does more damage. He gets a crushing blow, and he's just a beast of a character. And then he gets a restand if he got you grabs, throws you into the corner. Like, that's just his default stuff. So then you add War Hero, great name for a variation. He gets a grenade launcher, the quad slam from Wrestler's back, and a burning hammer, which is basically an anti-air grab where he can do it in combo and get more damage in the grab. Especially imagine have the burning arms on. Ooh. And then Second Amendment, also a great name. He gets a string that is like a sick. It's basically add one more hit with Aaron Black's famous string. He gets an overhead slam that if he amplifies, he gets a launcher. He gets a stance, a duck and bob and weave kind of stance, like a boxing stance. And he gets a low grab. He gets everything he wanted to and more. And it also plays into the overhead, just like Liu Kang's fire buff into teleport. And then I don't know if ground pound's full screen or not, but if ground pound's full screen, say you get a knockdown with Jax, now you have the issue of, yo, if Jax does the amplified ground pound and he knocks me down, he can get a dash in because they obviously buffed in the dashes and the walk speed. So now you have something to fear about Jax, which I love, because it's like if you're going against a character that's trying to zone you, keep you out, if I perfectly time this ground pound, knock you down, I could close the distance, and Jax hits hard. So just take the Jax and Jade matchup just for conversation. Jade does a good 27, 28% in the corner, which is great damage, and she's a solid character. But Jax gets like 33% off a grab if the arms are glowing. Then he gets 33% off a string if the arms are glowing. And then his back too, if he holds it, gets a crushing blow and the arms are glowing. Then he has gotcha grab, then throw you in the corner, then restand you. So the matchups are possible, but it's only if ground pound is full screen. And it's basically, if they're gonna do the 2 variations with these 3 characters, I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. These 3 characters, these 2 variations, love them. Now, if you add a 3rd one, I don't know what the hell you could add for a 3rd one. I don't know what else crazy stuff that they have, if anything. But I like it. I'm okay with 2 if they're making good ones. Because it's like I said, I play Scorpion a lot in the betas. Chain Reaction was probably my favorite, just because of the string you get off of Chain Reaction. The fact that you could down 4 into Chain Reaction was pretty good. I liked it a lot. But Demon Dash is pretty good. The Fireball was kind of trash in my personal opinion. And then Boone's Main, which was the best name, that variation kind of sucked a lot, because you never got the air grab. I wonder if you could, I bet you could combo into the air grab though. I bet. And then, well, because it's also everybody discovered a different route. So, you know, you do your string into the teleport, then you kick them, then teleport, like classic Mortal Kombat X stuff. Like, but I wonder if you could air grab and finish the combo that way. I just thought of that. I like that. I love games that make me think about the game outside of the game, because it makes me want to do more stuff in the game and get better. But yeah, I didn't love any of Scorpion's variations. Now, if you give me Misery Blade into Demon Breath or Misery Blade into Chain Reaction, you know what I'm saying? You built it where it's just 2 juicy variations instead of 3. I'm okay with that. But then again, I do want to, so I'm torn. So like, I'd rather have, let me know down below. Let me know down below. Would you rather have 2 variations that are juicy, just like 2 thick burgers, you know what I'm saying, or veggie burgers, you know what I'm saying? If you're vegan, shouts out to you. We don't disrespect here. 2 of them things, 2 juicy things, or like juicy fruit, whatever. 2 of them juicy things. Or would you rather have it all? Would you rather have a variation system where you get all the moves? All the moves are showcased. Let me know down below. But like real quick, what I want to do with the Kombat cast, I think everybody named Mama, it's the obvious. It's so obvious. Oh snap! Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Hold on. Maybe it's not. Because I just thought about it. There's actually 4 characters. Well, it might be obvious. So I think what they're going to show this week on the Kombat cast, and I think it's supposed to be tomorrow because it hasn't got announced yet, so my best guess is tomorrow. I think they're going to show Noob Saibot. He's a guarantee. Aaron Black. I was going to say Cetrion. I think Cetrion sub Devore. If they I think Devore, I don't know if they got, she got postponed, but I think that was last week. So I think since Game Informer revealed Cetrion, they're gonna wait on that. But I don't know. And then they're saying Cetrion got all these abilities, but in the trailer all they showed was kind of like knock you distance, like zoning type of stuff too. So like that's why when everybody kind of disrespected Avatar, if you ask me, because everybody and their mama was like, oh, she looks like Avatar. Nah, bro, Avatar did some cool shit. Like he was doing their combos and stuff like that. She just kind of, with all due respect, she just kind of kept you out. If anything, she was Mother Nature. Like you can't go outside. Like that's Avatar. At least be comboing it with it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. So I was like, that's kind of disrespectful Avatar. But that's just me. Also, another thing I want to say, last thing I want to say with the custom variations thing. Shut up, yo. Shut up. Like, Frost got ice powers, Sub-Zero got ice powers, Cyber Sub-Zero got ice powers. It's okay. It's okay. Scorpion has fire powers, Liu Kang got fire powers. It's okay. Jax, Jackie, Johnny, Cassie, Sonya. It's okay. There's certain characters that have the same ability as other characters. It's not going to reconcile, okay? So everybody that saw Cetrion, well, obviously I don't think Tremor was going to be in the game. But no Rain. Rain's dead. Ah, like yo, we don't know, especially with the leak. Especially with the leak, we do not know. Yeah, especially with the leak, we don't know because Shang Tsung got leaked as an unlockable, but now he's the first DLC character. So old girl, who everybody loves, might be the second DLC character, which kind of makes sense because she has a quote unquote big fan base. So that big fan base would have to spend the money where their mouth is. So we don't know. We don't know. But honestly, okay, let's go. Let's go on this tangent. I feel like talking. And a lot of people don't watch the videos at this point anyway, so why not? I think Chronica is going to be a playable character now. I think they kind of tested the waters by saying she wasn't, see what kind of people thought, and then I think she's going to be a playable character now. Just because of the fact, like, one of the leaked unlockable characters is now a character in the game. Like, as far as DLC goes, he's the first announced DLC, and I wouldn't like the DLC to be behind a paid wall. I don't like that DLC. I like the DLC where you install and stuff like that. That's the reason why that DLC comes out a month later. Don't hide DLC behind the paywall. That's whack. That's bad business practices. But so I think it's gonna be. It could be Chronica. I think Chronica takes the place of Shang Tsung. But if not Chronica, I think it's going to be Rain. I really do. Or if not Rain, it's going to be that character that's in the crypt. Whatever his gimmick is. Because we did get a new character this release. I wonder what he's going to play like. He does look like a ninja. So it's going to be really curious. Really interesting. Like I said, under 3 weeks left. I can't wait. This is a custom variations of thoughts and opinions video. Be sure to like it, share, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff. Love you long time. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.